it's a big ask to commit to a full-scale development because committing a lot more wells to it, the risk of that is significantly greater, and that will be another challenge. But I guess that's on down the road after the early production scheme results come in.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the one that I was also wondering is, do you basically continue kind of more piecemeal? You're not going to do a very large scale no matter what if it's that expensive and that risky if it's not uniform, right? So.
Yeah, and at that stage, it's probably for someone else rather than Hurricane to take on, because that's where I think you need the additional reservoir modelling and experience. I mean, I've got a lot of admiration for Hurricane. They've actually found a stranded asset and have done really well to get it to the current stage. So I think they've done a great job. But in terms of going for full-scale development, I think you really do need additional resources that a big company can provide, whether it's a Spirit or something like that.
Well, you mentioned the USA were onshore. The Venezuelan ones, are those also onshore or are those offshore?
I think they're probably onshore, to be honest.
Okay. All right. Onshore. Okay. So if I were just, I guess again, I know it's tough to just say yes or no, but no commitment on it. But it sounds like you're probably more skeptical than the prospects for Hurricane's field.
I think I'm completely 50-50. I mean, I think it's all so unknown. I think it's quite difficult to have a strong opinion that it's either yes it's going to work or no it's not going to work, because there's really no evidence for that. I mean, I guess on the positive side, the two appraisal wells on Lancaster have flowed at good rates, which is a good thing. The negative is that they've only been done at a short time. And I guess the other negative is experiences elsewhere. That if these wells don't work, then it's effectively a game over for Lancaster. If the EPS is very disappointing, so I think I'm very 50-50. There's no doubt. I mean, I think fractured basement reservoirs are starting to get a lot more attention in the North Sea. I mean, London has just drilled a successful appraisal on their Rolls-Ness well in Norway.
Sorry, who has? Sorry.
London, the big, So they've just drilled this appraisal well on the fractured basement reservoir they have. The advantage that they have in Norway is that the fractured basement reservoir is fairly close to existing infrastructure, which obviously makes it a lot cheaper to develop. But fractured basement reservoirs have been around for a long time, and people appreciated that the resource potential could be there. It's just that because the easier things have been around to develop, no one's got around to doing it until now.
Yeah. And sorry, the London field, what is it called, sorry?
Ooh, let me just check the exact spelling for you while we're talking. Press release up. Yeah, the London's appraisal well was the field was called Rolls-Ness. I'll spell it ROLVSNES.
Perfect. Okay, I'll look that up. I didn't see that.
Yeah. So again, and they had a 10-day production test there, which is increased reserves. Previously was 3 to 16 million barrels, so pretty small, and it's now gone up to 14 to 78. So it's increased it quite significantly. But so again, these fractured basement reservoirs are increasingly of interest to the bigger players. As I say, development in the North Sea just hasn't happened to date. But I mean, if Hurricane can get Lancaster to work, then it's going to be a game changer potentially for that type of development, and in particular for Hurricane itself.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I mean, it's also such a large potential reserve. I mean, it's almost like if there's any probability of it happening, it